All right, welcome back to Click Chat. Of course, this is the guest segment on Click Chat, and we have a guest in the studio. He is a licensed natural therapist, of course, the CEO Vantage Cure Holistic Therapy, and we'll be looking at cancer prevention using natural remedies. Of course, a lot of people don't know that there are a lot of things we can prevent when we stick to natural things. And of course, you will be trying to do justice to that. He is Yusuf Olatunji. You're welcome to Big Chat.
Thank you very much.
Now, let me quickly ask, what is cancer?
Yes, thank you for the question. Cancer is an household name because the emergence of cancer has spread beyond what we can imagine, especially in the country where we find ourselves. So, cancer is a disease of the cells, the body cells. So, basically, on the layman language, we say cancer is referred to as the abnormal growth of cells in the body, because the cells in the body, they are produced by complex mechanism, and after a while they become destroyed, they die a natural death, and then they are excreted out of the body by the spleen and other organs, you understand. But for certain reasons, some cells, they begin to grow abnormally. Of course, they are unhealthy cells, they grow sporadically, and when they grow, that growth is accompanied with a lot of devastating symptoms and complaints, and it's a disease. That's what is called cancer. And of course, we have about 100 types of cancer. Depending on the part of the body where that cancer goes. And of course, cancer can go in any part of the body. Can affect people of different age group. Can affect children. Can affect male and female. The prominent among the cancers we have in Nigeria, those ones that are peculiar to women are breast cancer. The elderly women, breast cancer, and then we also have ovarian cancer. Yes. Then for the men, elderly men, they are predisposed to what we call prostate cancer. It's common, 50, 60, 70s. So they are predisposed to prostate cancer. Then those who smoke too are predisposed to lung cancer. Those who favor a kind of lifestyle that is deprived of nutrients, that is filled with junks, they are predisposed to colorectal cancer or colon cancer. There is colon cancer, there is colorectal cancer. There is stomach cancer, there is lung cancer. Lung cancer can also come in from other issues, other diseases that affect the lung. There's also kidney cancer, the bladder cancer, the liver cancer, of which hepatitis, one of the complications of hepatitis could be liver cancer. Other things can also cause it. So those types of, and there's also blood cancer that is called leukemia. So it's a very common, type of cancer worldwide.
Okay. Now, when do people know they are cancerous?
Yes, there are signs and symptoms. Yes, there are signs to the most important factor, and the most important way of knowing exactly that a particular person is cancerous or has carcinoma. That is the medical term, carcinoma, or sometimes they say adenocarcinoma. It's a type of cancer, as well. So they get to know through a routine, through a comprehensive medical examination. But for those who are well informed and fortunate, through a routine checkup, they can get to know that, there is the risk of cancer. And then there are symptoms for someone who already has cancer, depending on the state of the cancer. That's stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, or stage 4. Stage 4 is the advanced stage, call it metastatic cancer. But for either stage 1, the person will begin to notice unexplained weight loss. Yes, and there will be pain. Yes, there is a typical pain that is associated with cancer. At stage 3, stage 4, yes.
Okay.
At stage 3, stage 4, the pain is always very intense. The normal pain release, painkiller does not subside that cancer pain. You understand? Then there is also insomnia. People may not be able to sleep. There is difficulty with swallowing food. Yes, there is difficulty with swallowing. There is the presence of tumor You understand? Yes, the growth, that's the cancerous growth itself. Those who have breast cancer and other types of things, they would begin to observe that growth. You understand? And then there is sometimes, depending on the type of the cancer, when people vomit or when they stool, there may be blood. You understand? In what they excrete from the body. So all of these, there will be fever. It's always fever. You understand? Other, there are some normal, what we term as normal, health issues, like normal signs that the body is communicating to us. That are also peculiar with cancer. But for somebody who is well informed, he or she would know that, oh, this is cancerous. So that unexplained weight loss is prominent. And for those who have probably breast cancer, the lump will be there. The breast, other types of cancer, like stomach cancer, so there is the pain, there is that feeling of not feeling well, is generally in the body. So when it gets to the advanced stage, the person may not be able to stand up, to walk, that activity would be affected. So those are some of the signs of symptoms of cancer.
Okay. Now, looking at this, some of these signs, can we say having cancer is a death sentence?
No, it is not a death sentence. Yes, especially when we look at it from the natural medicine perspective. So, because there are a number of ways by which somebody who has already been diagnosed of cancer can live a healthy lifestyle, a healthy life. The quality of life will be increased, will be improved upon, and then the life expectancy will also be elongated. Yes, elongated. So that is when the person makes certain adjustments, because the root cause of cancer itself is the deprivation of oxygen in the cells of the body. Yes, that is what natural medicine believes.
Deprived of oxygen.
Yes. Okay. So the cells are being deprived because cancer cells can only grow and survive in an environment that is deprived of oxygen. You understand? Because those cancerous cells are they get nutrients from sugar. Yes. So when you deprive those cells of their nutrients, they will die a natural death. And that's why we have a number of ways by which we combat cancer. But the best is, the early diagnosis is very, very important, because it is easier to actually survive cancer, to actually beat cancer at the early stage. At the later stage, it becomes much more difficult. But for somebody who already knows that he or she has cancer, or he or she is predisposed to cancer, because there are certain things that will make someone know that, oh, I am predisposed to cancer. Because cancer sometimes run in family. Then lifestyle also affects the emergence of cancer. So the person who should, as a matter of urgency, begin to make necessary adjustments. You understand? With respect to what he eats, when he eats, and how he eats. So that is very, very important.
Now, what are the natural remedies to prevent cancer?
Yes, from available sources, there are over hundreds of them, different ones that have been well documented and that have been used from time immemorial. But the major ones that we know, we have fasting therapy. Yes, we call that intermittent fasting or therapeutic fasting. It is not the normal religious fasting that we know. So it's a fasting that is aimed at starving those cancerous cells. The person may be eating, but what will the person eat? The person may just need to feed on, fruits, certain fruits that are known to help combat cancer, like kale. We have kale. We have maybe the person may of course be taking little things at intervals, maybe like 8 hours. You understand? Just in a day, just 8 hours. The remaining hours, you will not eat anything. Sometimes it may be just juice. You take some natural juice, organic juice. Do you understand? So there is a timetable, well-defined one. So that is fasting. Call it therapeutic fasting or intermittent fasting. There is another one we call herbs. Yes, herbal remedies. There are certain herbs are known to help fight cancer cells. Prominent among them are garlic and turmeric. We all know that.
Normal garlic and turmeric.
Yes, they have been well documented. They help fight the cancerous cells. But how do we use them? It is not that somebody who has cancer will just go and get garlic and start chewing and say cancer will go. No. Then sometimes the cancer cells are, cancer itself results from deficiency of certain nutrients. So we recommend certain nutrients like beta-carotene, like vitamin B, like vitamin C. You understand?
Okay.
So we recommend them alongside with whatever treatment the person is undergoing. So all these are ways by which we can combat cancer cells. And people have used all of these ways in the past and presently. And we have a lot of people who have survived it, both in the country and outside the country. So yes, that's it.
Now, let's talk about some of your own solutions. How have your solutions helped in the treatment of cancer?
Yes, thank you very much. We have been able to manage a number of cancer patients. Yes, and we have recorded tremendous success. Because the reality is sometimes it takes a longer duration of time to actually get rid of the cancer. Because the cancer cells does not start in a day. So somebody who is into fighting cancer cells should not be somebody who say, oh, I want to get the results. That is the end result. I want to be able to combat cancer in just a few duration of time. It requires a lot of patience. But what we are sure of is when somebody or when a patient starts natural treatment and he or she is able to stick to it religiously, the person would feel better. The pains will go. We'll be able to sleep better than before, and then we'll have better quality of life. And then the cancer will not advance to the next stage. So we have a lot of ways. We use most of these ways that I've listed out. I use fasting. Yes, I also use fasting therapy.
Okay.
Yes, there's a timetable for that. We also use certain herbs. Then supplements, natural supplements, organic ones. I place my patients on this. Okay, take this, and you must abstain from so and so. Yes, because that is very, very important as far as natural medicine is concerned. Yes, you don't just eat anything. You understand, because there are carcinogens. So, for somebody who is trying to treat cancer, and so for example, lung cancer, and the person is still smoking, because there will not be any results. So the person must, as a matter of urgency and importance, abstain from certain foods. Abstain from certain lifestyle.
Certain habits.
Yes, certain habits. There are certain things that people work on the skin, in the name of fashion, in the name of that predispose them to skin cancer. You understand? So someone who has skin cancer must adjust, because sometimes the cause of that type of cancer is what we work on the skin, and that's why it is a law in natural medicine that whatever you cannot consume, do not work it on your skin. But when you work it on your skin,
It's like you're still consuming.
it will go into your into your body. So people take a lot of things today, some of what we eat, what we drink, and what we are exposed to, heavy metals, you understand, and all of these things that deprive our body of certain nutrients that are expected to the body.
Okay. Now, what would be your advice to our viewers on how to prevent cancer?
Yes, how to prevent cancer. We have spoken about them. The first thing is each and every one of us should live a healthy and natural life. Yes, as much as possible. We should ensure that what we eat are things that are organic. You understand? Though they are very scarce and somehow costly, but we should try to work in that line, organic, that do not contain a lot of preservatives and additives.
Okay.
Yes. So because these preservatives and additives, they deprive our food of nutrients. So we should go back to the way nature has made us. Consume more fruits and vegetables. Those who have colorectal cancer, or those who are predisposed to colorectal cancer, are people who don't take fruits and vegetables. They feed on junks all through their life. So there will be issues with digestion.
Okay.
And when it continues over time, it will predispose them to that type of cancer. You understand? So, as much as possible, we should live in natural, life, eat more fruits, more vegetables. You understand? And we should not eat when we are not hungry. Yes, that's a law. Yes, that's a law. So when you eat, when you are not hungry, you are stressing your system. You are stressing your system. So, and it pile up like that over time, it disposes you to a lot of health issues, complications that will in turn predispose one to cancer. Because cancer does not start in a day. You understand? It is a result of unhealthy lifestyle that has lingered over years. It may take 10 years, may take, you understand? And for those who already have a parent, or both parents, or someone in the family, or one or two persons in the family who have been diagnosed of cancer, it is important that they take steps, yes, to prevent it, because it runs in families, as I said earlier. So it is important that people like that take steps to prevent the emergence of that cancer. And these steps are what we have mentioned earlier. Apart from that, there should be routine medical checkup. Yes, because when someone does routine checkup, like the elderly ones, they should go for it like 2-3 times in a year or so. So that they can easily tell them that, oh, you are predisposed to cancer. So you adjust appropriately.
Now, I know you have a site that gives health tips on some of these natural remedies and all that. So let's have a contact and also the website.
Yes, the website is www.vantagecare.com.
www.vantagecare.com.
That's the website, and you have a lot of information on the website.
Okay, so in case I know a lot of people when it comes to health, they might only want to call you to know, these challenges, I'm having these challenges, what are the natural remedies I need to take and all that. So let's have a contact, your mobile number and probably your office address.
The mobile number is 081
081
05
05
300
300
828.
828.
That's the number for call and WhatsApp.
Okay.
And then office is located at 23 Tanker Ledu Road, opposite NNPC filling station, along the Yusuf of the Road.
All right, thank you very much for coming to share some lights on cancer. We really appreciate it. Of course, I've been speaking with Yusuf Olatunji. He is a licensed natural therapist and, of course, CEO of Vantage Care Holistic Therapy. And we have been taking a look at cancer prevention using natural remedies. And, of course, I think we should just go to our ways of eating in the holidays, as organic foods. We should just ensure that we eat everything fresh, and in that way we can keep our health intact.